It's a library. Might want to stay quiet. If only my computer didn't make that sound, that'd be nice. Shh. Nothing too loud now. My bad. Hello, Mango. It seems you are the only one here. I had to bring those two in the back along with me because I just can't leave them alone with each other, huh? Isn't that right, you two? Today we will be going over 2 articles. Now you're probably wondering, where are we exactly? We're in the archives. Specifically, actually, I probably shouldn't say where. Okay, where does the coughing come from all of a sudden? Shiori's archives. Not quite. Though she may have been here before. Unauthorized, but here. You know, Shiori is one of the #1 targets of many of our agencies. Finding and taking stories that are unauthorized to the public. Every VTuber has their place in this lore, in this story. Every VTuber can find a place in this story. That is why it is so vast. It is very quiet in here. Well, somewhat quiet. If it wasn't for Dr. Stevens over there, flipping through every book on the shelf for 3 hours straight, not finding a book. Anyways. Yeah, he knows I'm talking about him. Today we're going to go over 2 articles. Hello, Hetor. Today we're going to go over 2 articles. Now, I'm trying something a little different compared to other reading streams, as it may seem. As you may notice, I'm trying something a little different. It's a little, what's the word? Hello, plastic. It's going to be a little more, not ASMR. I'm not really good at that. But, more quiet and calm. Which is why we have this BG in the background. This BGM, my bad. Yeah, well, not even BGM. It's not even, it's just sound. Is it Coke? Is what Coke? No, we're not, when I said we're trying something new, I didn't mean that. No. We are currently in the archives of a certain organization. No, not the Wanderer's Library. You remember the World Assembly? Yes. I found a timeline where it exists. Again. And I'm currently in the Assembly Archives. This place holds every single bit of information, anomalous and non-anomalous. Why are you people talking about cocaine? It's just so strange. You know what, whatever, I don't care. I'm not one to care about you guys talking about that, so long as it doesn't turn into a drug deal. But anyways. Oh, my eye. Oh, speaking of my eye, I went to the doctor's this morning. Eye doctor again. Where is this coming from? Okay. Luckily, Dr. Bright isn't here. Or Dr. Winter. Dr. Winter is just as bad. Anyways, I was talking about the doctor. I'm not gonna tell a whole story. I'm just gonna explain this. I went to the doctors this morning. They checked out my eyes. My light sensitivity is normal. They gave me a couple new eye drops. I have to take them over throughout the month. So yeah, now we can switch over to the article. Now this is what I'm gonna do. Normally we go to the full screen for this. But we're not gonna do that this time. We're actually gonna stay here. Let me think about this. Hold on. Where is the... There it is. Shh. Okay. Now... Oh wait, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this like this. Hold on, let me see if I could do that. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bother because it's gonna mess up. Okay. About some as to why their light sensitivity felt so bad. Could have been the eye drops. What do you mean the eye drops? It is a liquid on your cornea. Yeah, but what's your point? No, that's not the case, because I actually stopped taking the eye drops for a while, and that's actually when it started getting worse. Around that same time. When I stopped taking them is when it got worse. It's a good thought though, I mean, it makes sense. but it's just not the case. Theory craft over. Okay, we're gonna get to the reading now. Let's do that, shall we? I'm not sure if it's really needed. Should I put the what's it called? What do you think, chat? Should I put the article on the screen, or should I just read it? The more you look at it, the more it makes no sense. That's sounds about right. This place was made anomalously. Show us it. Okay. Very well. Very well. Just right. I think what I can do, let me close this as to prevent issues. And then let me try to open it. Alright, there we go. It's right there. Now let me pull it up, see if I can. Actually, wait, can I do this with the browser? I doubt it, but I wanna give it a shot. Maybe it'll work. Time to test a theory, or hypothesis, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Even though hypothesis is the proper term. Haha. There it is. And now I should be able to. No, it doesn't scroll through it. That's the article, but that's not proper. The only issue is it covers chat. Yeah, that's true. That's fine though. I mean, we don't need to see you guys, right? Alright, so I'm gonna choose what I originally tried to do. Display capture? Display? No. Window capture. See, it's been broken, I don't know why. I don't understand. It should normally be fine, but it's not letting me. Normally it'll let me, but I don't know why it's changed ever since. It's very difficult. Oh wait, well, all I can do is, all I gotta do is this. Oh, I gotta go over here for this, hold on. We'll come back to this room, hold on. All I gotta do is grab, where is it? It's in here somewhere. Come on, where is it? There it is. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Voila. Go. Put it right there. And then, bam, bam. Voila. I did it. It is huge, but that's okay. There we go. That should be good like that, right, chat? All you can see is the bottom of one. Okay. But what about the fellas watching the stream not live? Wait, what? You can see the live chat when it's not live. Just not on the screen. Alright, here we go. First we have SCP-3917. Beetles in a jar. Item number SCP-3917. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3917 is to be contained within a 30 cm by 30 cm acrylic box. The interior of the box must have a constant pressure of 0.65 atmospheres. Do they taste like candy? I don't know. Maybe, if I've never tasted them before. I'm sure Bright has. No glass objects or electronics are permitted within 75... Oh, it's actually 400 meters of the containment cell. All staff attending SCP-3917 must be free of silicone implants, glass accessories, and any other form of silicone-based attire. Here goes my nose to be annoying. So in other words... Oh, never mind actually. Instances of SCP-3917-1 are to remain suspended in the hand sanitizer mixture at all times, and the levels of hand sanitizer in SCP-3917 are to be topped up every 2 weeks to account for evaporation. SCP-3917-2 is to remain sealed by a layer of acrylic resin indefinitely. Any materials contacting the outside surface of the resin are to be collected and incinerated. Description: SCP-3917 is a glass bottle approximately 15 centimeters in height with an aluminum screw-on lid. Inside the bottle are 105 beetles of the species Luprops tristis. In other words, the common name would be mupley beetle, whatever that says. Suspended in a mixture of isopropyl alcohol, whatever, amniomenthal propanol, and glycerin, something like that, in a combination consistent with that of many brand name hand sanitizers. Isopropyl. I'll go with that. At any point, if SCP-3917 is exposed to greater than 1 atmosphere of pressure, the object will activate and begin exhibiting an anomalous attractive property towards any silicone-based compounds. All silicone-based materials that move within approximately 50 meters of SCP-3917 are immediately pulled in the direction of the beetle. Materials attracted by SCP-3917 are anchored in place upon making contact with the glass surface of the jar or another anchored material. The bond between an anchored material and SCP-3917 is extremely strong. No known methods have been successful in separating an activated SCP-3917 from an anchored object. While barriers can be used to prevent materials from anchoring to the bottle, they are not effective at reducing the attractive properties of SCP-3917. Placing SCP-3917 in a low-pressure environment removes all attractive properties. Objects anchored in SCP-3917 are immediately released and lose any attraction to the bottle. Once placed in greater than 1 atmosphere of pressure, all anomalous properties return to SCP-3917. Of the beetle? Wait, did I really misread that? I wouldn't be surprised if I misread it. No, I didn't misread it. I think they just wrote it wrong. Are you talking about this? Oh, I read it the other way around. My bad. Wait, I'm confused. Whatever. See that? Okay, I don't know what you said C to, because I said multiple things at once just now. So originally, SCP-3917-2 is a reanimated instance of SCP-3917-1, first collected after the events of Experiment Log 3917-2. Addendum: SCP-3917-2 is a sphere with a diameter of 3.4 meters, composed of various forms of silicon-based debris, as well as the body of Agent Redacted. SCP-3917-2 is seemingly unaffected by outside forces such as gravity and floats above the floor of its containment cell. Discovery: SCP-3917... Oh, for the love of... SCP-3917 was recovered on... was that July 25th of a redacted year, 33 meters off the coast of Nova Scotia, after residents noticed a large sandbar form and increase in height over the course of 3 days. At the time of recovery, SCP-3917 had acquired a shell consisting of 13.2 meters of anchored sand particles. The entire shell, including SCP-3917, was raised from the water using a freight helicopter. After approximately 30 seconds, the helicopter lost power, falling and crashing into the beach. Particles of broken glass were seen moving out of the wreckage and along the ground towards the shell. The shell continued to grow steadily for the next 3 hours, while Foundation personnel prepared a secondary method of transportation for SCP-3917. A large dump truck was modified to carry the shell, having all glass removed from the windows. It was moved to the recovery location alongside a large crane. The shell, now well over 15 meters thick, was lifted into the bed of the truck. Sand could be observed moving up the exterior of the truck and into the bed. Foundation staff were able to cover the mass of sand and glass with a large sheet of tarpaulin. It was noted that sand on the outside surface of the tarp was unable to anchor to the shell and maintains a free range of movement despite its close proximity to SCP-3917. SCP-3917 no longer surrounded by a large source of sand, the growth of the shell greatly slowed. On the way to Site 312, the truck experienced a large change in altitude. At approximately 340 meters above sea level, SCP-3917 transitioned to an inactive state, collapsing the shell back into a loose mound of sand and debris. Agents were able to recover the inert SCP-3917 and transport it the rest of the way to Site-312 for containment without incident. I said beetle, not bottle. Oh, okay, my bad. It is noted that after the freight helicopter was inspected after the trash, it was found that all electronic circuit boards had fractured from exposure to SCP-3917. Now let's take a look at all these. Experiment log 3917-1. To ascertain the source of SCP-3917's anomalous properties... Oh, that's what the rationale was, my bad. Procedure. The screw-on cap of SCP-3917 is removed and placed to the side. Tweezers are used to remove a single beetle, from hereforth referred to as SCP-3917-1, from suspension and is placed on an acrylic platform for closer analysis. The alcohol coating the instance of SCP-3917-1 began evaporating at an expected rate. The instance of SCP-3917-1 after losing a portion of its coating, began exhibiting a brightened form of silicone attraction. The instance of SCP-3917-1 is placed back into the hand sanitizer solution, and the bottle is once again sealed. All anomalous properties promptly seized upon placement of SCP-3917-1 back in suspension. I didn't see the period, so I read it all as one sentence, my bad. Once again sealed. All anomalous properties, so on and so forth. Okay, I see. My bad. I didn't see the period. A total of 3 Foundation staff reported a loss of power in their personal computers. One of the 3, a Class 2 personnel, had a pair of glasses torn from their face and smashed against the wall next to him. Several objects, including 2 coffee mugs, 16 surplus computer monitors, and a plant pot, a wristwatch, 3 wall-mounted analog clocks, and a glass cat paperweight were destroyed after being flung in the direction of the instance of SCP-3917-1. All objects were measured to be within 300 meters of SCP-3917-1. Containment procedures updated to reflect enhanced range of SCP-3917-1's attractive properties. Additional measures put in place to maintain alcohol suspension of instances of SCP-3917-1. Worth noting is that the glass bottle containing the remaining instances of SCP-39, the instances of -1, is unaffected by the attractive effect of the single separate SCP-3917-1 instance. Activation. Good night. Night, plastic. Sleep. Why is my stream lagging? I just saw that right now. There is no reason it should have been lagging. No reason whatsoever. Analysis. It appears that SCP-3917 gains its anomalous properties from the beetles contained within. Further analysis of SCP-3917-1 is made difficult due to the lack of analog magnification devices not containing silicone. Suspension in alcohol appears to reduce the effects of SCP-3917's anomalous properties. Experiment number 2. Rationale is to observe the anchoring of the silicone to a fully active instance of SCP-3917-1. Procedure. Another single instance of SCP-3917-1 is removed from the suspension, and the alcohol coating is removed from the suspension, and the alcohol coating is allowed to fully evaporate. A special built microscope using acrylic in place of glass is commissioned, and the instance of SCP-3917-1 is placed under the magnification. A 1 gram sample of sand is brought within the range of attraction allowed to make contact with SCP-3917-1. Results. Particles of sand are observed to make contact with the carapace of SCP-3917-1. Both the sand and SCP-3917-1 are lifted off the ground and begin to hover in the air. Foundation personnel are able to disable the anomalous properties of the instance of SCP-3917-1 by reducing the atmospheric pressure in the containment chamber to 0.2 atmospheres, at which point both the sand and SCP-3917-1 fall to the floor, unanchored. It is observed that SCP-3917-1 has now become animate. From here forth, the animated instance of SCP-3917-1 shall be referred to as SCP-3917-2. A second acrylic box is constructed for SCP-3917-2 in the same chamber as SCP-3917, and 3917-2 is placed inside. Containment procedures have been updated to reflect this change. Analysis. Kowalski analysis. It appears that the attraction of silicone is some anomalous biological response to the Lupus tristis beetles contained within SCP-3917. Further observation of SCP-3917-2 is ordered, and entomologist Dr. Rajesh is brought in to provide care to the specimen. SCP-3917-2 does not appear to require food or water, nor does it show any fear of being handled by Dr. Rajesh. Sorry if I'm butchering that name, by the way. Other than these properties, SCP-3917-2 behave identically to a mundane beetle. Event Summary. This picture on the right here is a render of SCP-3917-2 based on the topographical scans. No photographs can be taken due to the constant attraction of SCP-3917-2. Now for the analysis. Or for the event summary, my bad. Dr. Rajesh is asked to introduce a non-anomalous beetle specimen of the same species to SCP-3917-2. Both insects are observed to mostly ignore each other. The length of the test is extended, and Dr. Rajesh is asked to feed and water the non-anomalous Lupus tristis. The two Lupus tristis cohabited for a total of 6 days together with no notable interactions, at which point the experiment is concluded. When Dr. Rajesh opens the enclosure to retrieve the mundane specimen, SCP-3917-2 takes flight and escapes containment. Dr. Rajesh is escorted out of the containment cell, and recovery team is brought in to recontain SCP-3917-2. At one point, SCP-3917-2 flies straight towards Recovery Agent Redacted's face, where it lands. The agent begins to panic, swatting wildly at SCP-3917-2. 3917-2 is crushed in the commotion. Immediately, a pulse of attraction emanates from the corpse. All electronics, glass, and other silicone compounds 500 meters are drawn towards the location of SCP-3917-2 with previously unobserved speed. Site-312 experiences complete power failure, and crushed silicone debris push through several layers of reinforced walls, allowing SCP-Redacted to breach containment. A total 17 Foundation personnel were lost before SCP-Redacted could be recontained and power could be restored to the facility. SCP-3917-2 could not be recovered and is now encased within SCP-3917-2 could not be recovered and is now encased within a 3-meter diameter sphere of silicone debris suspended approximately 180 centimeters off the floor of the containment cell. Unfortunately, no efforts to remove the debris have been successful, as the debris has anchored to SCP-3917-2. The -2 specimen and completely sealed it in. It is unknown as to whether SCP-3917-2 is currently reanimated. New containment procedures to prevent further anchoring to SCP-3917-2 have since been put in place. Attempts to reduce the amount of atmospheric pressure in the vicinity of SCP-3917-2 have been unsuccessful at disabling the anomalous properties of SCP-3917-2. No further experiments on SCP-3917 are to be conducted. Look at that, I scared off everyone. Alright. That is SCP-3917, Beetles in a Jar. Other than you. Fair. That's true. I knew you were here. Just lurking. Why is this stream lagging? I don't get it. It's a good SCP. I'll upvote it. Okay, it's just not registering. That's weird. Oh, flashbang. There we go. The eternal one. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the next article. This phone, really? This is RPC-900. Codename Dry. Actually, no, is it called Dry? I can't remember. Yeah, Dry. That's the wrong one. But yeah, it is Dry regardless. Here we go. Registered phenomena. This is a lot shorter, by the way, so the stream will end shortly after this. Let me real quick check something. Oh, we still got plenty of time with this one. Okay. Registered phenomena code 900. Object class Alpha White. Hazard types immeasurable hazard. Containment protocols. Oh, this is 900, by the way. this napkin. RPC-900 is to be contained in a standard containment locker when not in use. No personnel under level 3 clearance are allowed to use RPC-900 unless approved by at least one level 4 personnel. RPC-900 is not to be unfolded under any circumstances. That's all the containment protocols. Pretty quick, pretty simple. Don't use it if you're not permitted to use it, basically. Description. RPC-900 is a physically ordinary beverage napkin, 12.5 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters, which is 5 inches by 5 inches, for those who don't care, for those who are too lazy to look it up, in size. It has two, I need to highlight this. It has two folds perpendicular to each other, meeting in the center of the napkin. One side has a texture of small X-shaped ridges, while the other side is smooth and colored white. No identifying marks of symbols can be found to discern the manufacturer. RPC-900 is unnaturally resistant to being folded and unfolded. Is unnaturally resistant to being folded and unfolded except on its original folds. The required force to fold RPC-900 on any other line is 50,000 newtons. How these original folds came to be is unknown. RPC-900 can contain seemingly limitless amounts of liquid. When in contact with a liquid or spill, RPC-900 will begin to absorb the liquid into it, and at a rate of 25 milliliters per second. This can be accelerated by moving RPC-900 across or through the substance. RPC-900 will only stop absorbing liquid when it is removed from the liquid. Once absorption has ended, or RPC-900 is removed, RPC-900 will show no signs of being wet or moist, and no signs of no signs of having absorbed any liquid. Currently, there is no way of extracting liquid from RPC-900. All substances absorbed are considered completely lost. Phone. Okay, I'm gonna mute that group chat. It's actually annoying me. Did it work? There we go. For 1 hour. There. Okay. A list of substances tested with RPC-900 which absorb includes magma, crude oil, mercury, cornstarch, water from RPC-203, and various carbonated drinks. When unfolded completely, RPC-900 will lose its anomalous properties. Once RPC-900 is once again fully folded, RPC-900 will continue to exert no anomalous properties for a period ranging from 15 minutes to redacted months. I don't know why they cut that part out. That's so insignificant. That's such an insignificant thing to cut out, but whatever. RPC-900 was acquired by the authority. Seriously, stream? Why is this stream lagging? RPC-900 was acquired by the authority after a series of videos posted on YouTube and Facebook showcasing the invincible napkin started going somewhat viral, posted by Redacted from Redacted Ireland. One of the videos showcased a 24-hour time-lapse of the napkin soaking up a small lake and not appearing moist afterwards. The owner was apprehended by Authority Agent Redacted and administered Class A amnestics. A disinformation campaign was successful and discredited the media. While the videos were taken down from the media platforms, the viewers are unaccounted for. Addendum 900A. After testing on RPC-203, RPC-900 has increased its liquid absorption rate from 10 to 25. Oh, really? Give me a moment, chat. I need to answer this. Actually, no, we're really close. I'll just call back. After testing RPC-203, RPC-900 has increased its liquid absorption rate from 10 to 25 milliliters per second. Further tests have not resulted in any further increases in capabilities. Research into using liquids produced by RPC-203 on other inorganic RPCs is suggested. And that was RPC-900. Hi Evie, very sorry, but I just finished reading the articles. Hey, but don't worry. I'm not gonna say I just wanted to say hi. Oh, okay. In that case, never mind. I was gonna say I'll read another one if you want, but never mind. Actually, I gotta be right back. For those who are still here, give me a moment. BRB. That's the wrong one. There we go. I have returned. Also, hello, Slicey. Okay. But yeah, that was our articles for the day. That was SCP-3917, 3917, and RPC-900. What's up? Nothing much. I was gone for a moment because I was talking to Papa Pierce on the phone. Yeah, the SCP one was pretty interesting. The RPC one was kind of in the middle for me. It was just kind of, it's an anomalous object. Nothing too special. It's cool, but it's a cool concept. It's something that the World Assembly would definitely use and try to, what's the word? Mass produce and sell. Well, maybe, because it does have the ability to soak an entire lake up, so yeah, maybe maybe it needs some okay, stop doing that hand. Let me get the mic out of the way a little bit. And there goes my hand tracking. Come on. There we go. That's better. My left hand's gonna cut out a lot easier now, but that's fine. Okay. Well, let's actually put the mic back up here. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's better. Huh. That's better. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Lethal Company. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Lethal Company. It'll be me, it'll be Bonzo if nothing comes up. Potentially LS. Potentially someone else, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we'll see. We will see, indeed. But anyways. I think that's all I gotta say. Good to... Obviously we didn't get... Oh, did you guys notice that from yesterday? The Undertale stream did amazingly. That was... It's crazy how good that stream went. I'm actually really shocked as to how good that stream went. 160 something views in just the time that I streamed. In just those 3 hours, 160 something views. That was insane. And then throughout the night, it reaches over 200 views. Which, by the way, it surpassed... Congrats, Sound, thank you. Even had 24 likes. Actually, it has 22 now. I don't know who the two people are who unliked it, but whatever. I guess. It surpassed every video, every stream that I've done. Even the Ninetail Fox mod, and I forgot what the other one was. But it surpassed them, and that Undertale stream from yesterday is now my most viewed stream on this channel. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. That is awesome. Really awesome. Give me some water real quick. But yeah, it is now my most viewed stream on this channel. Also, I need to figure out what's going on with this stream, man. It's been messing up. Since yesterday, my streams have been just lagging. I don't understand why. My internet connection is perfectly fine. Also, my hand tracking is messing up again. Come on. $215 views. Oh right, it was Anomaly that has 207, and Ninetail Fox has 202. Those are the top 3 most viewed streams on my channel thus far. I need to find out what's bugging out my streams so much. It doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be lagging like this. It should not be lagging like this. There should be 0 lag. It doesn't make any sense. Wait, is it potentially? No, that can't be the case. Is it lagging for anyone else? Is it like, not like a lot, but is it like occasional lag spikes? You? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. I have changed absolutely nothing. Just a hint here and there. Not too bad. Very well then. Alright. Well, I'm gonna call it there. I don't know what's going on with the lag. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess it is what it is. Right now at least. I really am hoping it does not get worse. Anyways. If you are new and you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing to be a part of this amazing yet interesting community that we have growing here still. If you don't subscribe, that's fine too. At least consider liking, commenting, and sharing to boost my content as much as possible. Maybe this isn't for you. Go ahead and share this with somebody who does like SCP or who does like VTubers. Or maybe they like both. Or maybe you like both and you want to get them into it. I don't know. Your choice. Share it with whoever you want, whenever you want, if you want to. As of now, we currently have 307 subscribers. And the new goal is actually 400 now. So let's see how long it takes us to get there. Did I miss anything? I feel like I did. No, I think I got everything. Whether you're but anyways, I already said the sub goal. Whether you're watching the VOD or you're watching right now live, I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night. Just overall, I hope you have a good one. I'll see you whenever. See ya. Ooh.